I've been to Olympics, I've been to Worlds, I've been to Europeans, I've been to all the championships.
Damn. How do you keep motivated?
I don't like the word motivated.
So what do you use?
Discipline is the secret.
People compare their end goal to where they are right now, and it does not look the same. Even if they're doing the things that are necessary to get there, they can actually fall off because it doesn't seem real to them.
Yeah.
Because they can't see it there and then. So that's why it's so important to focus on discipline, because the discipline will take you there.
In today's society, it's even worse because of Instagram.
Ooh.
Everybody is seeing the best businesses, the best careers, the best cars, the best this, but no one's showing the journey. The journey is what makes the destination.
Go and do something which is just a quick fix. Don't do fraud. Don't do fraud. Oh my God. Don't do fraud. That's why I love athletics so much, because what you guys showcase on a day-to-day basis is the power of the secret place. As an athlete, you have to be good in the secret place, because if you can't operate in a secret place where nobody's watching you, aka the process, you can't be an athlete.
When I first came to America, I was 19, and almost every race I came like last or just
For a year. No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to do you like that, but what made you keep going in that time?
Because I know it's better than that.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're your hosts for the
Evening.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Today we're shaded up, yeah?
Come on, man.
Yeah?
Shady with it.
Because the sun's harsh.
Come on.
I'll be very real, right now in the UK, it's a heat wave. There's a lot going on, man. It's what, about 30 plus degrees?
30 plus.
30 plus. But we're all right, man.
Yeah, man.
We're in a cushy studio, man. It's air conditioned. We've got that
AC'd up.
good AC'd up, you know what I mean? In the winter, it's not as good. But in the summer, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. But people, we want to introduce you to today's episode. We're going to take off our shades. Somebody else is going to keep their shades on, as you'll see in a second. But we want to introduce you to today's episode. But before we get into our actual guest for today, I want to say a little bit about myself.
Okay. This is different.
I'm Jonathan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. And actually, update, I'm running a thought leadership agency. So before I was calling it a person, thank you very much, bro. I was calling it, thank you very much, Amarachi. Oh, nearly said a name. I was running I said a name. Did I say the whole thing? I thought I was like 3/4. Anyway, so I'm running a thought leadership agency. It used to be personal branding and podcasting, but I've shifted it slightly. We'll probably talk about it on a solo episode and everything when we probably give people an update on where we are. But yeah, that's just a little staple in the journey. But yes, that's what I do, and I also run Purpose Led with my good friend on my right hand side. Talk to them, bro.
Yes, people. You know what? From the time people see this, it'll probably be like we've just been flowing for the last few weeks now. But this is actually our first time in the studio for over a month. So hello, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Coach Rob. As you guys know, public speaking coach. I help mid-level professionals accelerate in their careers by enhancing their public speaking and presenting skills. As well as this too, I do a lot of other things too. I'm a project manager, I'm a speaker. We go to corporations, we do a lot of speaking. But today, it's not about us, you know. Today we're just here to serve. And when I say serve, I mean serve you guys, because we have an absolute banger of an episode today. We spoke about the AC today, the coldness. And if you want to talk about coldness, the epitome of that, yeah, big words and them things there,
Big words.
is our guest today. Her name is Amarachi. She is a UK Olympic athlete.
Wow.
Have you been to the Olympics?
Oh, you're
Yes,
asking them?
you.
Oh, right.
Been to the Olympics? I don't think you have. If you have, then you know what, fair enough.
Big up you, innit?
Big up you. Yeah, big up you in it. But our guest today is a UK GB Olympian, right? She is right now currently ranked number 13 in the world.
Wow.
400 meters, which is insane. That's so good, so incredible.
Can you even run 400 meters?
Bro, tell the story about yourself.
Oh, can I even run 100 meters? We were at sports stadium. We did like a sports day. Big up Unified and the Valuable Podcast. Did a collaboration, and I was doing a 100 meter sprint. Yeah, I was on the last leg. I was literally on my last leg because 50 meters into that, my leg said, "You're not supposed to be doing this," and it just started doing my hamstring just started doing a mad thing, and then by the end of the race, I was limping. Put it that way, and I'm very happy. Thank you, Shiloh, for driving home, because that would not have been. I couldn't have done it. I could not have done it. So yeah,
that man,
it's long.
Deeper one. But as I'm saying,
back to
she is number 13 in the world for 100 meters.
Yes.
She also is a part of the second fastest 400 meter relay team for the UK. Got at this time. You know how mad that is, guys? In history, the whole history of athletics, her team, her quartet, has the second fastest 4x400 meter sprint in history. As well as this too, she is an Olympic finalist in the relays. What? No, I won't ask you afterwards. As well as this too, she is a 2-time world championship bronze medalist. She does a lot of things. She's a 100 meter sprinter, 200 meter sprinter, 400 meter sprinter. She's amazing. Her name's Amarachi, and guys, help us join her to the episode today. How are you feeling to be on the podcast? How are you doing?
I feel very calm, very relaxed.
Yeah?
Good. Feeling good.
That wasn't what you were before when you came. You said, there's something else.
Did you say that?
Yeah, when you came.
Like 2 seconds.
For like 2 seconds, but then
No, I'm fine.
you're cool.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, look, we're happy to have you on the podcast today. We've spoken a lot before we started the podcast today. Amarachi, she's cool, man. Proper cool girl. A woman, in fact. But you know what? Before we begin the episode, or as we begin the episode, there's a question we ask all our guests. We haven't done it for a while now, actually. But the question is this: deeper ones only. If this chapter of your life was a chapter of your book, what would it be called and why?
Invite only.
Ooh, that was
Okay.
fast.
That was very fast.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
should be
I'm in
watching
that-
Purpose
I'm in that
Led.
era.
Invite
Yeah.
only. Okay,
Yeah.
that was the fastest one we ever had. Hey, do you know what makes sense though? Athlete.
Why?
That was good.
No,
Because you're fast.
You were fast
Yeah.
with that one. 'Cause
she
everyone-
went fast with that one, but yeah, you were fast with the one before.
So right now, your chapter of your book is invite only.
Talk to us. What does that mean to you?
Yeah.
You know, distraction is a very big thing.
Mhm.
So let me give you an example.
Mm.
You wouldn't put petrol in a diesel car, would you?
No,
Why?
because that's dumb.
Wrong environment, isn't it?
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah.
That was a good answer. But
Wrong
yes, it's the wrong environment. It's not the wrong fuel for the your car, basically.
Yeah.
Right. So if you aren't paying attention, you might do that. You
Yeah.
might just put the wrong petrol in your car.
Deep
Yeah.
ones,
And then what happens?
Your car
It's
get mashed up.
catastrophe.
Yeah.
yeah.
So where I'm at in life now, I can't afford to be distracted by anything.
Mhm.
Anyone. You're not allowed around me.
Wow.
So it's called invite only.
Wow. And how long have you been in this era for now? Then this chapter of your life.
I want to say from like earlier on this year.
Oh really?
Recently.
Okay. What's the turning point?
Turning point. Asking myself what I wanted out of life.
Mm.
Deeper, like,
Yeah, like my career's going really well. I'm in a
Come
really
on.
good place.
Hold on.
That's great. But it's like, where else can I expand to? What else can I expand to? So I'm
Mhm.
kind of like, yeah, you can't really just be around me. I actually have to want you in my space.
Mhm.
And that sounds like,
No, but it's not though.
but I just have to be careful with.
But pause. Why do you feel like it sounds mad though?
Don't you feel like sometimes when you, I don't know how to explain it. Like when you're particular with
Mhm.
who is around you, you come across a certain way.
I understand that. I do get that. Do you get that?
What do you mean by certain way?
Like you come across like not nice,
Like stush, isn't it?
stush.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm actually not,
Mhm.
but I'm just protecting what I think is important.
You know what? Yeah, I'll give you guys an analogy. You guys too. So I was talking to my therapist the other day. Now you guys go do therapy, big game changer. We were talking about boundaries, right? And what you're just showcasing right now is boundaries. She gave me an example. This is what she said to me. You see, in your house,
Mhm.
do you have a garden? You guys have gardens, I'm assuming, right?
Mhm.
Or you guys too. There's a fence on both sides. Why? Because there's a boundary. If there's no boundaries, you'll get your neighbors could just walk into your garden and vice versa. No, there's a boundary. So I don't actually think you're being stush. I think it's actually a good thing. And also, with you who's competing at a very high level, you have to be protecting your energy. You have to be. But that's not even just for everyone who's an athlete right now. 'Cause you might be thinking right now, "Rah, can I even relate to this?" But no, you in your own life, you are an athlete in your own life. So you have to make sure you protect your energy too. Who's in your circle of influence? So that's why I respect it big time,
Thank you.
honestly speaking. But you know what? I want to get straight into it, bro. Do you have anything to say?
Mm-mm.
How did your journey of athletics even begin?
Right. So in primary school,
Yeah.
I've always loved PE.
Okay.
That was my favorite. I looked forward to PE all the time. I think like once a week. So
Yeah.
during
There
so
was-
during the week it was like maths, it was English, science. I was kind of grumpy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But when it came to PE, like my clothes were laid out. I was ready.
You know what I mean, yeah?
On the bed next to him. Yeah.
I was so excited.
That's hilarious.
I was like so like look at
The night before.
that was me. You know?
Yeah.
Looking forward to it, and like whenever we ran, I would like beat the boys. Beat the boys.
Oh,
and
hard.
girls.
Okay.
Wow.
And one of my teachers said, "Amma, like you should actually like do track and field, like try to take it a bit more serious." I was like, "Okay, well, what do I do?"
Oh.
Mm.
So I went to New River in Tottenham.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
that's why I started running,
Mhm.
Okay.
and I made my first team, and I want to say 18.
Mhm.
I made the World Juniors.
What does that mean? You made it?
Like I made a GB team, like a junior team.
As in you joined it?
No, she made it.
I had qualified.
Oh, you qualified it.
Yeah,
Okay. Right.
juniors. And I remember being on the start line
Yeah.
in the relay in Eugene. I was in Eugene at the time. And I was like, yeah, this is me.
Wow.
Like, yeah, this is what I'm doing.
From what age?
From 16.
Damn. That was 16.
Yeah, I'm 27 now, so it's been 11 years.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, yeah, this is actually what I want to do in my life. I don't want to do anything else.
That's nuts that you got that right from there when you got on that finish line. Start line. You didn't even finish the race yet. You just started. Oh, you didn't even start. You were literally on the start line and you were waiting to get going. He said, you looked around and you said, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. That's hard. Not everyone has that, man. Have you ever looked back and just said, are you grateful for that?
So grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that I've actually been able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. Not everything, but I'm on the right path. And I think sometimes you don't. What you say?
Good. No pun intended. On the right path. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when we're like on the right path, when we're doing what we need to do, when we're living our dream in a way, like we don't really appreciate that or take time and just be grateful and just sit in it. But you know what? I'm doing okay. I'm doing what I want to do.
I like that.
I'm really grateful for where I am right now, and I'm really excited for where I can go.
Absolutely. And what I like to say is, when in doubt, zoom out. So like, if you're ever in doubt of where you are going or what you're doing at that moment in time, zoom out. Have a look at your life from a bigger perspective, because you said that you're happy with where you are right now because you're going the right way. You have the right trajectory. You're on the right track. That's the pun. You're on the right track, right? So you're going the right way. And I feel like a lot of people mistake their lack of progress for failure. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all. I think slow motion is better than no motion. So you're supposed to keep going, regardless of how fast you're going. And of course, you go very fast. You have to zoom out and actually have a look at what is going on in your life and what the trajectory is. And are you going in the right direction? And you've done exactly that.
And I think it's really important what you said, because even like sometimes after a bad race, it could be like the worst day ever. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I ran so, whatever it is. But if you just take a minute to actually, bad race, but overall, I'm doing what I need to do.
Word.
I think that's really important to make that differential, because so many athletes get so like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But it's not.
I want to ask you on that actually, because we spoke to Marilyn about this, right? A lot of athletes, they find their identity in what they do. Have you ever been through a point in your life where you had your identity in your craft? And if so, how do you get out of that space?
That's a very good question.
Deeper ones, man.
Definitely. There was a point when I was a little bit younger. I was in school. I went to school in America.
Whereabouts in America? Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a track scholarship. And that was very much like track.
Yeah.
That was what I was eating, breathing, everything.
Yeah, your whole environment.
It's a very intense environment. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can imagine what America's like. They're very much like, if you're number one, we don't care. So it was very much like that. So definitely that in that space, I was very like, if I don't win this race, I'm done. I'm doomed for.
Wow.
But in life, what does that mean? Like, so many people are going through real stuff. My biggest issue is if I don't win a race, that's my
perspective, isn't it?
That's my problem. If I don't win the race, so I had to I want to say I found God during that time in America.
Amen.
It gave me a bigger perspective on life. So if I have a good race, I'm grateful. Bad race, I'm like, you know what, I'm still doing good. I always give myself the credit. If I don't, the world will beat me down straight away.
Yeah.
And it'll be so much harder to get out of anything you might be going through. So I'm definitely not in a space where the track is my identity, something that I do and I love it. Yeah. But it's not my identity.
I like that. Obviously, I don't know how long do careers in athletics usually last for? Like, when do people usually retire?
Interestingly, like professionally, on like a professional level, top level, I want to say like 10 to 15 years. Like on a professional level.
What do you mean by that?
Like where I'm at now, I'm competing at a professional level. I've been doing this professionally since 2019.
Okay.
So I'm fairly new.
Your baby.
Your baby, yeah.
Little baby.
You've already gone to the Olympics, by the way.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
which
really
is good. So I'm on the right track. And I think sometimes, like I was saying before, I don't really, not so much now, but I didn't really appreciate what I was achieving. I was like, oh, but I didn't win, or I didn't really make it out the heat, or whatever. All that doubt stuff is just, it's not needed.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Doubt. What does that mean? What does that mean to you when it comes to athletics? Doubt.
Good question.
Doubt is giving somebody else credit.
Ooh. What does that mean?
Before you even get into the race, you're like, well, she's there, so.
Oh, does that actually happen like that? Like you look to your left, you look to your right, you're like, Shelly, I don't know, Shelly Ann's there. Not my day today. Is that how people are usually? Yeah, because I think track is like, what's what I'm looking for? This
mental.
It's mental, but I was looking for a word. so it's gonna.
Psychological. It's the same thing, no lie.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion.
Track is an illusion.
It's an illusion.
How do you mean?
Yes.
How do you mean? Sorry, I'm
Okay, let's say now you're at a meet. Let's say you're at a track meet and you see someone who has an Olympic gold medal, for example.
Right.
Automatically, every single person is gonna feel like I'm second.
Really?
They prepare to lose.
Well, essentially, not
Yeah.
intentionally.
Yeah, but psychologically.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
when someone has an individual medal, which
Subconsciously,
everybody's training for, when you see someone have it, it's like, oh my god. But it doesn't matter because you have to perform on the day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I think as I continue to do this, I'm really accepting that. It doesn't matter what anyone's done before.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally what they do on the day, including
Absolutely.
myself. So I can't give anybody credit
Mm-hmm.
before I've raced.
Yes, that's very, very true. And we said earlier on, right? You see the race, it's probably 0.1% of your whole training athletics journey. Like, you race for what? Say you're doing 400 meters. A minute?
That's way too slow.
Is that too slow?
She's even laughing.
Hey, everyone do 100. Everyone do that 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. Don't take it personally. What's the PB for 400 meters?
50 seconds.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
10 seconds. But the thing is, 10 seconds don't seem like a lot to people. Like 10 seconds, 10 seconds can go like that. But then in running, 10 seconds is a lot of time.
It's like...
That's like going from here to America side. That's a long, man. But I kind of lost my point. What was I saying again?
You were talking about, you were just coming off of what Amarachi was saying about it being a subconscious thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it being a subconscious race and the track being an illusion.
Yes. One thing I want to ask, thank you for that, bro. One thing I want to ask you on top of that, right? How do you deal with comparison? That kind of links onto what we just said there. How do you deal with comparison in athletics?
Well, comparison is a thief of all joy. I know everyone says that.
Yeah.
But it actually is. Like, in athletics, you're competing against other people, but you're really battling that thought within yourself. You're competing against yourself.
Okay.
Because to improve, you have to improve your time. And how do you improve your time? Eating better. Going to bed early. Training harder. Has nothing to do with anybody else.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you're racing, yes, you're racing other people.
Yeah.
But you can actually better yourself by doing better for yourself.
Deeper ones.
In athletics.
It's you versus you.
It's you versus you. It's not. It's nothing to do with anybody else in the sport. And I think as I'm getting better in my career, I'm actually realizing that more. It's about how can Amma be the best version of Amma. It's nothing to do with anybody else.
That's a lot of personal development right there.
Yeah.
Have you read Atomic Habits?
Bro, do you ever like affiliate? I think they're paying for this, you know.
Every time I'll always tell someone about Atomic Habits. Do you know how good that book is?
I haven't read it.
It's I think but the thing is, you've done a lot of this yourself, I'd say. Like a lot of the self work and everything like that. You've had to be able to understand yourself and understand that you need to improve 1% every single day, because that's what it's literally about. The what team was it that the guy from Atomic Habits, was it the GB cycling team?
Yes, GB cycling. Yeah.
Could you explain it, because I can't remember the story.
Bro, I don't remember. Bro, we spoke about it on a podcast way back now.
Yeah, if we can, we'll just insert the clip here or something like that. But basically, the GB cyclist team, the UK had never won, or Great Britain had never won the medal, or was it a gold medal or a medal in general? Okay, a gold medal for cycling, and then essentially a new coach came in, or a new manager or whatever of the team, and then he said, look, let's just improve everything 1% every single day.
Yes, So I remember. So like he replaced like the seats, he replaced their beds, that the mattresses
That they slept on.
the
Yeah.
mattresses where he slept on. He like got them all chefs. Like everything was just 1% every single day, and then they won.
Yeah.
By the next, I think it was Sydney in 2000, or was it Sydney 2000? I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they came last, and at 04 in Greece they won, or something like that. It was a mad turnaround.
Yeah.
By them doing the 1%.
1%
It's
every time.
interesting we say that, right, because as we said just a minute ago, most of athletics is behind the scenes.
All of it is.
Yeah, basically like 99.99% of it. How do you keep motivated in those moments when it's just you, yourself, and I? When
Ooh.
cameras are off.
I don't like the word motivated.
I like that. I don't
Why
like
not?
That's like an emotion-driven word. That's emotion. If I go up with emotion, I will not be here.
that. Deeper.
So what do you use?
Discipline. Discipline is the secret. Because like it's like I was saying before, like going into winter training now. Okay, I've been to Olympics, I've been to Worlds, I've been to Europeans, I've been to all the championships.
Damn.
So going into this winter.
Sorry, before that.
Oh, thank you.
Nah, like you just ran.
Wait, I just been no, honestly, like well done, man.
You're only like in the beginning of your career professionally. Like you have to pick yourself up, you know.
For real.
I'm big myself up.
Come
But
on,
I'm
man.
saying I've been to all these championships, and
Yeah.
now I'm thinking, okay, what is going to be the difference? Because everybody I race against, they can all run. Everyone can run. It's not like a thing where it's a physical thing. What can I do during this winter time when I start in October until January? What can I do differently that's going to make me get different results? It's nothing to do with anybody else. Like the best is the best. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, what did you ask me again? I feel what did you ask me?
No. About we'll talk about competitiveness
And motivation.
Yeah, motivation.
Yeah, discipline. So my thing now is that I'm gonna try my best to be as disciplined as I can every day.
What does that look like?
So going to bed on time, I'm fine with that.
What time?
10.
10 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, 10 is a good time to be in bed.
Okay. Yeah.
To get the
what time do you
full
wake up?
recovery.
Agreed.
Depends. So it depends when I start training. So let's say I start at 11. I wake up at like 7.
Okay.
That's 9 hours.
If I can
Did I bug?
wake up.
There's 9 hours.
If I can wake up earlier,
I need to trust myself, man.
Huh?
I need to trust myself.
I was just right there, man. I was like, yeah, man.
Sorry. Okay, so 9 hours of sleep. That's a lot of sleep.
That's good.
But if I can wake up a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
even I don't know, maybe get meditation in, or get some like scripture in, something to.
Atomic habits.
Get your reading in, get atomic habits in, yeah.
I can do that. What, like, you know what I mean? I feel like what I want to achieve, I'll be a lot closer to it. If I walk around like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I can't go into winter the same as I was last winter. It has to be different. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's more discipline.
Obviously, we spoke about earlier downstairs, right? About you wanting to potentially do something outside athletics. Would you ever want to do anything outside athletics, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, so I do want to have a hair business at some point, because I like getting done up and dolled up, and I also like other women feeling that as well. I think it's a very big thing for women. Like, we always like looking good and like feeling good, and when you want it, when your hair's done, you just feel good. So I want to kind of get back in that way. And also, I've been thinking about like having some kind of fitness class to kind of do as well on the side. So I'm kind of starting now.
Is it?
Yeah, so I've done like 2 sessions like, in a gym.
Congratulations. Well done.
Yeah, it's quite, and I never thought I'd like do anything like that, but I actually enjoyed like giving back.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is one of the best things to do, in my opinion anyway. Like being able to give back to people in the thing that you love, or just giving back to people anyway. It makes you feel good, and it makes them feel good. And humans are put here to be with other humans. We're supposed to have connections, and that's what you're doing. You're building connections in the thing that you love.
I like that. And even coming back to the thing you love, right? Do you think you're ever gonna make it?
So I don't believe in plan B.
What does that mean?
So everybody has a certain destination where they want to get to in life. It could be a certain house, a certain car, I don't know, a business, whatever. But I don't think a lot of people look at the person they need to become to attain that.
Well, that's good.
So for example, every athlete talks about Olympic gold medal. Everyone talks about that. But the person you have to become to actually get that medal is ruthless.
Whoa.
There's no room for error.
Question, right? See someone like Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Shout out Shelly Ann.
Shout out you.
Yeah, man.
Big up you.
When it comes to, this is gonna be like a brutal question. When it comes to where she is right now, where you are right now, what are things you need to do to get to that point in terms of, because obviously, as you said to us, it's not really about your skills, because you all have the same skills. It's about the other things. So what do you have to do to be like where she is right now?
And just for context, cause I don't watch the Olympics, I don't watch the news, I don't watch none of this stuff. So I don't know. So I've heard the name.
Shelly Ann Fraser Price. I'm
Yes, but I don't know what. Like I'm hearing she's Jamaican as well.
Jamaican.
Big up yourself. But what, she won gold medal as well?
She won many gold medals. She came second at the last meet, right? I think Richardson won it.
Yeah, I mean, she's got quite a few gold medals. Olympic gold medal,
Right.
World Championship gold medal.
Okay.
Just gold medals.
Okay, all right, because she's become that person
Yeah.
who's able to get. Okay, good question. Sorry, I just wanted to give context as well for other people who might not even be from here, who might not even know about Shelly Ann and.
But yeah,
them thing
I
there.
understand. What do you think are the things you need to do? Or what's the differences right now between you and her in terms of the way you live?
Well, I don't know how she lives.
Of
I
course,
can't really say what I would need to do in terms, in comparison to her. But what I do know is, in for me to improve, it's an internal thing.
Mm.
It's not like I need to train harder and I don't feel I need to do anything external.
Okay.
It's literally an internal thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being in tune with myself, being fair and honest with myself, being my biggest critique,
Yeah.
and also my biggest cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I think those small things are going to make a big difference in my performance, I think. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense.
We can say something.
No, we said the same thing at the same time. I was going to say something as well, actually.
Please do. Bro.
So it's similar to, remember when we were talking about like drinking earlier? There was someone else there that was drinking. And like you asked me, oh, do you drink? And I was like, no, I don't drink. And you were like, why? And I said, I'd never said this before as well. So I was like, oh, that was good when I said it. I said, I realized that the person that I wanted to become did not drink, so I don't drink. Right, that's basically the short and version. There's a whole. I could tell you the whole story afterwards. Yeah, but that is the short and long of it. Long and short. Yeah. Long and short of it. There you go. That's the long and short of it, basically, or the short of it. I wanted to become a particular type of person, and I realized that person wouldn't drink, so I'm not going to drink. You see it? So it's the same with you as well. If you want to get to a particular point where you're going to, as in the gold medal, because this is going to be out there, and then people are going to see, oh, right, she was saying all of this before she got the gold medal. It's like, what is going to take you from here, where you are, to there when you've won that gold medal? And you know that it's the internal thing, and I think that's really, really important. And what you're doing right now to actually make those changes.
What am I doing now?
Yeah.
The mindset things.
Well, do you know what? Right now, I'm very, very still. I've taken this season for what it is, and not what I wanted it to be.
Talk to me.
If that makes sense. So when I spoke to you guys earlier in the year, when was it? June, July?
Yeah.
I hadn't actually got the qualifying time for Worlds. I wasn't actually going for the individual, but I was talking about it. So yeah, I'm going to be going to Worlds.
Yeah.
And what's Worlds?
World Championships.
World Championships,
I just came back from. I hadn't actually got the qualifying time at the time. And I was just talking very positively about it. So in terms of what you asked me, it's more so about like intentionally being positive. Being more intentional about the small things in my life, like people I'm around. Like
invite only.
People overlook that all the time. It's like, who are you spending your time with? What are they doing? What are they not doing?
Are most of your friends athletes because of that reason, or not really?
Good question.
I'm low on friends.
Is it?
I can't even lie. Not even in that way, but I mean, I got a mixture. I won't say most of my athletes though.
Okay.
I connect with people, not like
field.
Not titles.
Fields, yeah. Depends on the person. I tend to connect with people.
Would you look for in people that are around you? Because you said how it's invite only. What needs to be? What's on that? What's on that tick list? What's on the list, man?
It's not a big list, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, it's like, are you a positive person?
Yeah.
Like that's big for me. Like if you're like a Debbie Downer, not to be fun, I can't help with your problems.
Yeah.
And I'm not equipped for it. As of yet, like maybe one day.
Yeah.
But like, are you positive? Like, are you honest person?
Yeah.
Are you trustworthy? Those kind of things. Are you like ambitious? Do you have ambition? And is it in your interest to help other people? At some point, I think it's important. I do think once you're on a certain platform, like I really like Denzel.
Washington.
Yeah.
You know him? Said the first name.
Oh, that one, you know him?
What?
I bring us in, didn't it?
I like Denzel because of what he preaches.
Yeah.
He's very big on like giving back to people, and he's so successful. But in a way, he's kind of like relatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's those kind of. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe.
Yeah, I get it, man.
So basically, what you're saying is that we tick every box.
Basically.
Okay, which is why you're here.
Basically.
I like that.
Yeah.
Question, I want to ask you something, right? I remember back in June we spoke about this on our first call. What is purpose to you?
Purpose.
Deeper ones, man.
Deeper ones.
Deeper ones.
I think purpose is a very
in fact, you know, sorry, my bad. Let me even reload that. Do you know your purpose? It's a better question. Not what is your purpose. Do you know your purpose?
I think I do.
Okay. Because last time when we spoke, you said you didn't.
I said I didn't?
You said you didn't. Yeah, you said you didn't. No, that's amazing though, because that means you've grown. Like, do you remember that, bro?
Nope. I'll be very honest with you, I don't.
We broke down to her what purpose is.
Oh, like the burdens and the yeah.
But you said you didn't know. So like, I'm ecstatic that the fact that you now in the last few months have understood what your purpose is. So like, what is your purpose?
I feel like my purpose is to give back to people, and it's not necessarily through athletics.
Okay.
It's, I want to say it's through what I've learned, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, but in what sense?
So like discipline, the importance of discipline over a period of time, what it could potentially get to. Because like I said, I think a lot of people focus on the end goal so much, but how many people focus on what it takes for you to get to that?
That is so good, man.
What it takes for you to get to that place. It's difficult, and unfortunately it's lonely at times. I won't say it's lonely at the top, but I want to say it's like, it's the journey can get lonely. Like
absolutely.
Right now, I'm very much still and in my own energy, if that makes sense.
What does that mean to be in your own energy and very still in your own energy?
I don't think I can relate to a lot of people, because like, you guys are on your journey. You're on your purpose. You're doing what you need to do. I don't feel like people are focused like that. Only select few people are actually are focused on what they say they're focused on.
And you know what? Yeah, it's interesting, because whilst we were talking, I was thinking, wow, you have a very old head on young shoulders. And that's not me being patronizing, because we're all young here. You're older than us. But like,
apparently, you guys keep saying that, but I don't know.
No, you were older. But the reason why I say you have a old head on young shoulders is because the way you see the process is so beautiful. Like, so many people see the process as long and the worst part, but you see the process as the best part,
the most beautiful part.
The most beautiful part, and then you see the end of just the result, and that's how it should be seen. And you know what? I don't think society actually helps us, because society doesn't actually praise the middle bit.
It's like completely ignored.
It doesn't. I mean, does it praise the beginning? I guess. But the middle bit is weaponized. No one likes that bit there.
Damn.
And the end is beautiful. Everyone loves the end. But that journey is so beautiful. And that's why I love athletics so much, because what you guys showcase on a day-to-day basis is the power of the secret place. You guys as an athlete, you have to be good in the secret place, because if you can't operate in a secret place when nobody's watching you, aka the process, you can't be an athlete. Go and do something which is just a quick fix. Like, go do fraud.
Don't do fraud.
Don't do fraud. Don't do fraud. Oh my god. Don't do fraud.
You forget you have a platform, bro.
Don't
cut
do
the cameras, man.
No, but go do something quick. Like, don't do fraud, buddy. Go pray.
I said, go hit a lick. Nah, bro.
but my point is, that's a joke, by the way. I'm being facetious. But the point is, go do something quick. But we all know, right? Anything great in life comes with a process. It's a process, and that's why I said, like, you got old head and young shoulders, because I believe, like, the way we are, all of us in this room, that's a mindset people in their 30s don't really know, 40s don't really know.
Yeah.
It's literally like later on in life you start to embody that mindset. But trust me, when you are on that pathway of being focused, it is a bit lonely. But then when you find people like yourself who are doing those things there, it makes a lot of sense. Which is why, like, even the guests we had on the podcast, everyone, athletes, actors, whatever, they're all purposeful, which is why we get along so well. Because we understand the process, we understand the power of trusting the process, not rushing the process. So I just want to champion you for that, man, because it's a very mature thing to say in terms of trusting the process rather than rushing the process.
Absolutely. And I feel like when it comes to the end goal as well, what I see a lot is that people compare their end goal to where they are right now, and it does not look the same. So we could even break it down fitness-wise. People might want to be slimmer, they might want to be more muscular, but then they look at themselves and they can't see their toes. Real life. So a much deeper one, bro. And when they see that end goal, when they see where they want to be and where they are right now, when they look in the mirror, even if they're doing the things that are necessary to get there, they can actually fall off because it doesn't seem real to them, because they can't see it there and then. So that's why it's so important to focus on discipline, because the discipline will take you there. And it's having that faith in the process as well, that it would actually take you there and it will work.
Deeper.
Absolutely.
Question, right? You spoke about discipline, and that's something you've learned a lot in this season, or in your whole athletics journey. What's the three biggest things you say for someone who wants to become a more disciplined person?
First of all, be real with yourself. Be like real. Look in the mirror and say, I want to do X, Y, Z, and I want to do it by this date, and literally have a plan towards that.
Okay.
And don't do anything else that doesn't lead towards what you say you want to do. If you want to lose, I don't know, give me a number.
50 kg.
If you want to lose 50 kg, and let's say you're giving yourself a year to do that. Within that year, write that down, and don't do anything, not even one thing, that doesn't align with that goal.
Wow.
And that's hard. People don't they might just have one day and be like, you know what, I've been good for 20 days. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm having a little. Do you know what I mean? But no, if you just like, if you stick to it, you will actually get the results you want. But it's just difficult to. That's what I'd say.
And for discipline, like I say, to understand your goal as well.
Yeah.
And to know the different parts of your goal too, because people have an idea of what the end is, but they haven't actually visualized the end. They haven't seen themselves there. They haven't actually visited there. Yeah. Even today, for example, before I went to VaynerMedia, bro, I keep saying that because bro, it's amazing. But before I went there, I was on the phone. I had to take a call, and I was coming from Farringdon Station, a station in London, and I must have walked into this private garden by accident. I haven't even told you this. It happened today. I walked into this private garden by accident. I was taking a call. I got in there now, and the people are looking at me like kind of, who's this guy kind of thing. And I'm like, whatever. I'm on the phone. I'm just talking. It's a nice garden. I was like, gardens around here don't look like this. I was like, whatever. Let me just take this meeting. Took the meeting now. Ended the call, and I got up. And the way that I came in is not open anymore. It was a gate that was supposed to be closed. So yeah, the security needs to pattern up basically. And I went into the main foyer to get out basically, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get out. And I said to the security guy, I said, "Excuse me, mate. Sorry, I think I'm in the wrong place. I just walked into this garden and thought it was public." He was like, "Oh no, this belongs to the apartments and all that kind of stuff." And then started talking to him. He actually brought me up to the penthouse levels. Wow. Started to show me around it. And I was seeing the whole of London from up there. He was telling me the people I need to get into contact with to get an apartment like that, like at the top. And he was actually giving me names as well. So the apartment at the top, we're talking millions. So I went in the private elevator or the private lift. I don't know why I'm telling this story. What were we talking about before?
What was visualizing what you want to be?
That's it. That's what it was.
Visualizing what you want to be.
And I know I want to be there. And then have you ever seen that building in London with the fans on it?
Oh yeah.
At the top, yeah. So the guy, there's a real estate agent that works there, and the guy that was showing me, he's friends with that guy as well, and he was saying, okay, cool. Oh, you just get in contact with this guy, and then he can help you get a place at that place, right? And that place is really like it's up there. I think it's called the Strata, but that's not the place that I was at, right? But the place I was at, he was showing me that the levels he was showing me, you could see the whole of London and how much these places go for. I was seeing the people coming in and coming out, and I was just exposed to it, right? You don't know what you don't know. You haven't seen what you haven't seen. And
Deeper.
Yeah, higher. You know what I mean? I was higher. And where was I again? Sorry.
No, bro, you're oozing.
What did I say before?
No, bro, the point is amazing though, because you're saying basically, right, a big part of discipline is visualizing yourself in that place.
That's it. Okay, cool. So if you don't know where you want to get to, I know that I want to wake up to a view that I could see the whole of the city. I know I want to wake up to a balcony view. I went up there and I had a view of the whole city.
That's so cool.
And then when I go on holiday now, I say, okay, cool, I want a balcony. That's a non-negotiable. I have to have a balcony wherever I am. When I move to a serious establishment, then I'm going to have a balcony as well. And a view of the city. That's what I want. And I need to be able to experience that. And even when it comes to driving cars, like if you want a particular car, you can take it out for a test drive. If you have a license, get a license first, please. Right? Do you know what I mean?
Fraud.
Just another reminder, don't do fraud, don't hit licks. Yeah, get your license and then drive the car that you want. Right? And it's important to experience this stuff before you even get there, in my opinion as well. And even if you want to go to nice restaurants, try it, like experience it. I'm not saying to do that all the time, I'm not saying to do lifestyle. But that's a whole other topic. But it's important to envision yourself there and place yourself there in the future. So for example, I'm sure there were many times where you were training, where you're running on an actual track, where you were going to be racing on in the future, correct? Right, you were there, you were envisioning the future. Have you ever envisioned yourself winning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that something you do regularly?
Yes.
Interesting.
You have to, because if you don't think you can, you actually, people talk about belief all the time, but you actually need to believe you can win. Because if you don't believe it, you can train all you want. You have to believe, I can cross that line first, I can do it. You have to have that, like,
that self-belief.
That self-belief is so important. Like, after this championship, I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool, I know what I need to do.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it like the start, or what was the thing you
like what I was saying earlier, just like that inner work and that discipline needs to be tweaked a bit.
Really?
Yeah, but it's gonna be lonely. I know do you know what? You know when you feel yourself growing? I feel where I'm going.
Growth pains.
I can feel it.
Before the growth spurts.
Just gotta stay the course.
So, but I would have thought like as an athlete, right? Like your coaches are there to encourage you. It's not like that. It's not really as much.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, my coach is amazing. Like he's definitely so encouraging.
Yeah.
But I don't put that much pressure on my coach
Oh.
because he can't run for me.
Word.
Do you know what I mean?
Word. No word.
He's the best, but he can't. I would love him to run for me, but
Yeah.
he can't.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I think even that your support
Support system.
like I love the encouragement that I get, but none of those people can actually run for me.
Word.
Do you know what I mean?
It's the same for no one's gonna run your business. Yeah. No one's gonna run my business. No one's gonna run our business
No
except
one's
us.
gonna do it. You
Yeah.
can do it yourself.
No one's gonna run your races. You have to run your own.
Yeah, defo.
Wow.
I want to ask you another question.
Oh God.
People,
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying today's episode. This is just a small interjection.
Quick one.
We wanted to say very, very quickly, we don't ask for anything.
Nothing.
And this is the only thing, we haven't asked for anything before, but this is the only thing we're going to be asking for. Please, can they do what, Robert?
Guys, if you have not already, please leave a like and a comment. Trust me, it helps us out. Help a friend, guys. You don't know what your like or comment or share could do to help someone else's journey of purpose.
I know it can help other people find these videos and help them with their lives as
Come
well.
on.
So, people, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Big love.
Let's go. You went to America for a few years, innit? Was there any like life-changing moments out there which made you really know deep down, like, of course, I know you said to us when you went to Origin, you knew you wanted to be an athlete. Were there any moments in America you're like, I need to do this, or you know you need to do this, or were there moments in America you're like, I don't want to do this anymore?
Do you know, I've never felt like I didn't want to do it anymore completely.
Okay.
It was more like I need to actually improve because I'm getting beaten badly by these girls.
Really?
It was like, what can I do? It's like when I first came to America, I was 19 when I left London, so I was very young, and you know what America's like. They're very much like, number one, they train like animals out there. It's do or die, and I wasn't ready for that so young. So when I went there, the whole year was terrible. My first year in America was just. My parents were like, Emma, come back home.
Damn.
Come home because it's not working out for you. But I thought, no, like,
wow.
Give me no.
They were saying to come back.
They're saying come back because it was just like it was going so badly. Like almost every race, I came like last or just
for a year. No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to do you like that. But what? So what made you go? What made you? What made you keep going in that time?
Because I knew I was better than that. Wow. I knew I was better than that. It just wasn't happening at the time.
You know what I love about what you just said there? I knew I was better than that. That's such a solo mindset. Like, you could easily just say, I know I'm better than them, but it's not about them. It's about you.
Yeah, it's not about them.
I love that so much. And guys, please take that on board because athletics is so similar to life. Like, so many people are so full. Thank you.
Sorry, the click came late because I was going over what you said. Wow, because I didn't realize she said that, not them.
It's not about them, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
people in life are so focused on everyone else around them. What are they doing? How much are they making their business?
I'm better than them. Yeah.
How they doing? How they doing at work?
Tomatoes.
You, man,
You know what I mean?
But you're solely focused on yourself. That's how life really should be. Like, I believe the ways to eradicate jealousy or comparison is essentially just to focus on yourself. That's not to say to look at other people. That's not to say that you look at other people as a crime. You can look at them, observe them, but I always say all the time, right? You either get envious or inspired. Please make sure it's the latter. I'll say that again. When you see someone else, you either get envious or inspired. Please make sure it is the latter, because ultimately speaking, what Amar's told us right now, which is so beautiful, it's you versus you every single day on the track. Like, as you said, not even your coach could run the race for you.
You can't.
Or shout out Nita. What's her first name again?
Daryl.
Huh?
Daryl.
Shout out Daryl Nita.
Who's this?
Her friend.
Big up Daryl Nita.
She's cold.
Yeah.
Got lovely teeth too.
Okay.
That's my G.
Yeah, man. Shout out Daryl, man.
Man.
But no one else can run this for you, man. And I just love that there because I know for a fact if you ever want to do business like a run other business, right? I mean, I know you say you're doing the fitness stuff, but if you want to run a business, I know because of the training you've done through athletics, you'd be amazing.
Thank you.
Because you've already caught some of the biggest mysteries, and that's why people pay thousands of pounds. I don't know. They pay lots of money to go to athletics, and that's why there's only 8 people on the track, because you guys have caught something that people in the audience haven't caught, and they just won't catch.
Yeah.
Some things you can't even teach, you know. Oh, no, sorry. Some things people don't want to be taught, rather. You can't teach everything, but some people don't want to be taught.
Yes, and on that point, success leaves clues.
It does indeed.
So what you said about you can either learn or be envious.
Yeah.
Say again, what you say?
I said you can either be envious or inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't understand envy.
Talking it.
I don't understand why people have that spirit, because what are you envious about? Are you envious about what they're doing, or envious that you can't do it yourself? Like, what is it? What are you envious about? And success leaves clues. So not even just in athletics, business people who have made it, they haven't told you what they've done, but they've given hints.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably be a bit more organized. You should probably go to bed early. You should probably wake up early. You should probably do this. Like, it's not like given to you, but it is kind of given to you. If you want to be successful in whatever it looks like to you, there is a blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
It has been given. Like, there's books. The books you're talking about?
Atomic Habits.
There's things that are like out there for people to read and research and learn and try for themselves.
Wow. Have you always been disciplined?
So, I think so. I mean, like, I've always known what I wanted to do. So does that mean this? I've been disciplined?
I guess so.
Not necessarily. Knowing what you want to do and being disciplined are two very different things.
It's true. It's not.
Because if you always know what you want to do, and I guess if you know what you want to do, in theory you should be disciplined.
Maybe you should be, but it doesn't mean that you are. Because I've been knowing what I wanted to do for a very long time. Not a very long time, I'd say. Probably like years now. But it's like when I got disciplined is when things started to change.
Yeah.
And the more that I got disciplined in more areas, things started to change even faster. Absolutely. But yeah. And I wanted to say something, but I completely forgot it.
Do you have anything you want to say? Or anything you want to ask?
If I want to ask.
I wanted to go back to the year that you spent abroad, because that's deep. Like a whole year where you weren't winning, you were losing on a regular basis.
Yeah, it was a bad time for me.
I can imagine.
Well, like mentally.
Yeah, and I was in America.
Yeah, completely away from home. Yep, still young, very young.
Wow,
You're still very young yourself now. Yeah.
No, I'm not young.
Yes, you are.
It was like, it was horrible actually.
Wow.
And especially because I was away from home. That probably made it like 10 times worse.
But it also mattered to me. You're coming last 8 years ago, and then a couple years later you're in the top 8 in your relays in the world. From being last in your race to being the top in the world in the or not the top 8 in the world in the Olympics. That's a serious turnaround, you know. It
is, and I remember we said something in one of the podcasts about Beehive. Everybody likes to do not Beehive, supporting the Beehive. Beyonce. Remember saying that?
Huh?
In your podcast.
I said that?
Yeah.
When did I say that?
But I don't know what episode, but we said a lot of things.
We have said
a lot of things.
A lot of good things. And I was like, do you know, you were saying that.
Oh, the Beehive, support the U Hive. Yes. It should be the Me Hive. Yeah. Rather than the Beehive, it should be the Me Hive. Yeah. I'm with it. So you know your research. You know your research, all right.
And I really like that, because people look at other people's success and they're like, oh my gosh, she's doing so well for herself. She's improved so much. But when it comes to like ourselves, for some reason, we haven't got that same energy.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's similar to birthdays as well, isn't it?
It's like my birthday.
Yeah, but when it's someone else's birthday, like, we're going to party.
Yeah, I think as a society, we find it hard to pick ourselves up.
Why is that? What is that? Is it like we don't want to come across a certain way? Is it because we just don't want to?
I think people are scared to shine their light.
But in the Bible, there's somewhere, isn't it?
What's that? Say that again?
In the Bible, it talks about like shining your light, but I don't know where.
No, yeah, it does. Like, we should shine. Obviously, we shouldn't be cocky about it, but like, you should be confident in what you bring to the table. But I feel a lot of us. I mean, look, it's deeper than this, right? But I feel a lot of people in society, there's a lot of self-esteem issues as a society, and because of that, the manifestation of that lack of self-esteem is the inability to pick up yourself. And because of that, it's like a disease. So because some people are like scared to pick themselves up, other people now are scared to pick themselves up too, because they don't want to come across as cocky, right? But if we're all just confident in ourselves, we all be confident enough to be like, you know, this is what I bring to the table. Yeah. I'm not being cocky, but this is who I am. And that's why people like us, we stand out so much, because we're like, no, this is what I stand for. This is where I'm going. These are my dreams. Similar to yourself. And that's why this is the funny thing, right? This is why people pay thousands of pounds to see people like you, because people naturally. Watch this. People naturally desire that nature. That is that nature of being confident, of being bold, of knowing what you want to do. People naturally desire that, which is why people pay thousands of pounds to go to football games or athletics. But because we live in a society whereby self-esteem is so low, it's kind of that kind of ideology is kind of spread, which is why people find it so hard to actually pick themselves up.
Yeah.
So that's the problem in society. But our job is very simple here at Purpose Led, man, and that is to empower people to live in purpose. You're thinking, bro. What are you thinking?
I was just thinking about envy, like what you were talking about when it comes to envy. I feel like a lot of people see like envy and jealousy. I was about to go into Drake, but envy and jealousy, it's. I think it's because people see the potential in themselves, or they see the potential in themselves, and they're angry at themselves that they haven't acted on it. And they haven't realized it yet, as in like they haven't realized it in the physical, right? So they can see, okay, I could have done this, I could have done that, and now that person's going and doing the stuff and fulfilling their potential. That's jarring me. That's invoking something in me of like, I should be further than I am right now. I need to pattern up, but let me just be angry at that person so that it's actually easier for me to actually feel better about myself. Because if I'm angry at that person, then I feel better about the position that I'm in.
That ain't good.
You said a really big word there. I should be further along. Guys, can you stop being entitled? Like you said yourself, you go to sleep at 10 o'clock, wake up at 7 o'clock. People out there want to be athletes. Are you doing that? Because if you're not doing that, you can't be complaining when someone is top 13 in the world, has the second
13.
second fastest 4x400 time in UK history. You can't be complaining. And that's the thing. A lot of people like to be jealous, right? But they don't know the sacrifices.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like it's the end goal thing, and like in today's society is even worse because of Instagram.
Oh,
everybody is seeing
the end result,
the best.
Deeper.
Everyone's seeing the best, the best businesses, the best careers, the best cars, the best this. But it's like no one's showing the journey. The journey is what makes the destination.
So why don't you show it then?
The journey.
Yeah.
I feel like I am now.
Okay.
I feel like I am small. Like even this conversation.
True.
I feel like it's building the journey of where I want to get to in life, and I hope that inspires people.
Yeah.
As I continue to grow, and I don't know how to explain it, but you know, like I've always had this thing in like America, not even just America, like in the hood. How much exposure do those kids have for anything?
What like to good things or to bad things?
To good things in like a hood environment.
Probably less than people in a suburban environment. So
and that makes me sad because obviously I didn't grow up there, so I didn't have that kind of environment around me. I was able to kind of do what I wanted to do. But that's why I feel like everything I'm doing now is great, but it's about giving back to those people who haven't had that exposure, and not even giving back like so much. It could be something, maybe open an academy or something like that. Something that I've always wanted to do. That kind of keeps me.
I love that.
It keeps me going, so that I can do something for people who haven't had the opportunities that I've had to see their life in a different way. I think that's important.
I'm gonna say something about the fitness. Like you said, it wouldn't be to do not fitness. Sorry, you said it wouldn't be to do with running. If you're gonna give back, I think you said that earlier, or your business wouldn't be to do with running or something like that.
No,
you didn't say that. But it would be to do with hair. But why not running? Is my question.
But she said she would though.
I thought you said it was to do with hair, but fitness, right? But not necessarily running.
Not running, no.
Why not?
Because I want to be relatable. I don't think. I don't know. Like when it comes to you mean like running at my level or just running?
Oh no, not necessarily at your level, but running because you potentially love it, or like just running because that is what you've been awarded in, and you're gonna go to the Olympics and you're gonna go win these medals and all that kind of stuff. So you would have all the receipts. So why not something in that field is my question. That's just a curiosity thing.
Do you know what? I don't think that majority of people are that interested in running. I think people are more interested in fitness. So I feel like I bring more people together. I make it like a fitness thing. Maybe make it like creative, like fitness / dancing.
All right.
Some Zumba.
Oh, you dance?
Fitness.
You dance, yeah. Lovely.
One, two.
Come on.
I think that'd be cool though.
Yeah,
like, how many fitness dancing things have you guys seen?
Not many.
That's why I want to like just trying to integrate some things and get people together.
I've seen them in America. Like there would be like some guy at the front. He'd just be doing his things, and they have the steps and all that, and then they all dance to the. That's hard.
It's cool.
I think that's good because people enjoy fitness. Yeah.
Because fitness, I feel like can be so like, oh my gosh, I have to stop this. No, it can actually be fun. If it's fun, more people will be attracted to it.
Deeper ones, man. I want to ask you a question, right? What's next for Amma? Obviously, I know I don't know when we'll release this. It should be 2023.
Yeah, it will be 2023.
It will be 2023.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Obviously, God willing, Paris 2024. What's the? You don't have to say everything or say as much as you want to say, but what's the goal? What's next for you?
Oh, the goal. Well, my next task, career-wise, is Paris 2024,
Be there.
and it's about going to Paris, being the best version of Amma. I haven't seen her yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
And I'm looking forward to seeing her.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to
free.
seeing the best version of Amma, and that is what I'm going to present at the games. God willing, I get there
Amen.
healthy. I'm going to give it a real shot and see what happens. That's my next task career-wise.
I like that.
I'm keeping it career-wise. Life.
Do you have any goals coming up? Obviously, as much as you want to go do, but like, in terms of like personal goals, like in terms of, I don't know what personal goals are, what like business or anything like that. Do you have any goals like that?
Business, like I keep talking about hair business. I do want to kind of launch that and action that.
Okay.
That's kind of what I've been thinking for a while, but I think now I have a bit more time to kind of like get that on the go.
But my thing is, why hair though?
But you said it though, bro.
I know, but like I think there is so much, like you have so much equity in the fitness and sports space. But if this is something that you're super, super passionate about, this is just me being me. Like this is what I do for my friends and everything like that. But if this is something you're super, super passionate about, fair enough, hair. But you have so much equity in the sports space, and I'm assuming that you love it. Like, would you say that you love like sports and such and athletics? Thank you.
I
Athletics and
love
such.
bringing people together.
Okay.
So I have also thought about the fitness side of things. Like I've done 2 classes. I've actually done a booty burning class with women,
Hard.
and they loved it, and I loved it.
Amazing. Oh, right.
So things like that. I'm
Okay.
really trying to get into that space.
Interesting.
See where it will take me.
I think personally, I think you should double down on that.
All right.
Honestly, I think you should double down on that. Reason being is because number one, you just said, did you feel fulfilled when you did that?
Super fulfilled.
You just said super. I asked you if you felt fulfilled. You said super.
Super, yeah.
You added that.
Yeah.
So that means that was really good.
Mm.
I would highly recommend that you double down on that. And hair can come. You can do hair as well, of course. Like you got it on your head. Do you know what I mean? And you can sell more of it too to other people. Maybe that's an upsell that you can have at your classes. Do you know about upsells and such?
I guess it's like a thing to do as on the side.
It's like, yeah, it's like an additional sell on top of what you already do. So maybe you might do like a bums and tums or whatever, or beauty burn workout or whatever, and then get your hair at the end. Obviously, that's not the maybe. I don't know if that's a solid business plan, but then that's something that you could potentially do. Like you can say, look, we look after you in multiple different ways. We want to make you good. We want to make your bodies great, and we want to help you with other parts of your aesthetics too, right? So you're helping them with their physical, and you're also helping with the stuff that they're adding on to the top of their head top.
Right there,
That sounds good.
Do you see what I'm saying? And then the thing is, it's going to be, the reason why it will go even faster is it will be around you, like it will be around your, like the equity that you've built in this niche, right? You've already got your name behind all of this because you're not known in the hair space right now. You wear hair, but you're not known in the space right now for producing it, right? So you are known in this space that you're in right now in terms of athletics and such. So if you build a name for yourself there, you can introduce hair whenever. You could do whatever you want. It's like just when you build a name for yourself, you can do whatever you want. Nella Rose can sell socks if she wanted to because she's got an audience that loves her. And she's built it up in her specific niche, her specific area. Sorry, I've never done this on a podcast before, but this is what I'll do, people off camera. But then I wanted to tell you that because I'm hearing hair, but I'm seeing athletics. So I'd say run the athletics thing and then like build some sort of, it doesn't have to be anything deep. Like it can literally just start to be a group of girls that you get together and you can start to get them to do these beauty burn workouts and all that kind of stuff. And then there you go, man.
I can't lie to you. What you say is right, bro. Because ultimately, you have skills. You have a name already in the athletic
word.
Like,
an Olympic name.
Yeah, Olympic name. You got a bronze medal in the world championships. Like, and you're also the second fastest. I keep saying it. The second. No, but it's mad though. Are other people still alive? By the way.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, cool. Pick up you guys too.
What do you mean?
By the way, yeah. But that means.
What do you mean?
The other 4x4 people.
Oh right. Okay.
Record holders.
Yeah, the record holders.
Oh right. Okay,
They're
cool.
still alive. Pick up you guys, but deeper, yeah. That means you're part of the top 8 women in history when it comes to 4x400 meters. You have a lot of equity in this field of sports, so use it. And then from there, you can go off and do what you have to do. Because ultimately,
Absolutely.
why like you're not really known yet, as the brother said in hair. Like run up there, man. But I think that's a really good idea still.
I like that. Got me got me thinking.
Definitely, because I feel like there's so much opportunity for you there, and you've already got connections in the field as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know people that other people don't know. Imagine you have these celebrity like stuff, like people come through. Oh my gosh, that's her from TV. I don't know why everyone turns American when I start doing that. But oh my gosh, that's her from TV. Because maybe you got a Stacey there or something like that. That's her from TV. Oh, I've seen her on the big screen, and then she's there, and that's why people will even come to more of your classes, because you know these people. You bring them in. You have access to people that people don't have access to, so you can provide that to them as well. There are so many different things you can do with this because you're in the position that you're in.
Say you go to schools, for example. Oh my gosh, you'll make it make it work so well.
Yeah, as in speaking school.
I am going to a school actually.
Very
Oh,
interesting.
schools, you know.
Oh.
Doing like running classes in schools.
That's another thing that you
Running
could do
classes?
too.
Yeah.
We're giving you.
We'll give you a whole
Lots of
business
work.
plan. Well, you can go to you can do speaking engagements in schools.
Yeah.
You could do after school activities in schools.
Yeah.
You can go to universities,
Mhm.
especially like Loughborough, for example. Very sporty, you know Loughborough, innit?
Yeah.
You could do stuff there. Oh my gosh, you could make so much, and not even just make so much, but most importantly, add so much value.
Yeah.
That's the key in it, isn't it? Added
Absolutely.
value.
And the money, all that stuff comes afterwards. But the most important thing is the value bit. Like you can, and also you just said yourself, as you said just a minute ago, you were
Super fulfilled.
Super fulfilled.
Super fulfilled, man.
Like that's definitely something for you to go down. And
Word.
your hair's looking all nice and fleek. People be like, where do you get the hair from? And that's where you start the hair.
Boom.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
I got a clip for you guys.
Come
you guys
on,
are
man.
Word.
Come on, man. But
And then-
guys, I can't lie to you.
I was gonna say overtime as well.
Over time, man.
Overtime, you'll have. Oh no, we are overtime, but then over time you will have people that you employ as well, and then maybe their hair will look good as well. Hopefully, God willing, their hair will look good too. And where do they get their hair from? They get it from Amarachi, of course. So, yeah, man, there's so many different avenues.
There's
But
so much.
yeah,
and
man.
like I said earlier, I'm grateful to be here because I can be creative in like the next couple stages in my life. So it's cool.
absolutely.
that. Do you have any questions you want to ask us?
Yeah, how come you guys are so focused at such a young age? What has made you not like stop drinking, for example? That's interesting to me. Like you said, you know, the person you want to be doesn't drink, and kind of like what inspired you to do that, and how's it going?
It's going great.
Good.
It's going great. I realize when people drink, right, you have this kind of like brain fog. I don't know if you ever realized it. Like you have this like brain fog. It's like even after you've drank, now you're waking up and you're like, even if you're not hungover, you're just like, okay, now you get up all sluggish and all that kind of stuff. I've got a business to run. I've got people to talk to that are like, and it's important stuff that I'm trying to deal with. So I can't be having brain fog or all this other kind of stuff. And when I see other people who are successful, what did you say? Success leaves clues. And a lot of successful people do not drink. Like I was talking to a guy the other day at my boy's house. He was having a get together, and then this guy was like, oh yeah, I was with my auntie the other day, and we were out in whatever country it was. She had a mansion. She's doing so well. She's on the M's, and then yeah, she doesn't drink, and she was saying why she doesn't drink and how she's so successful, and then he was like, yeah, that really inspired me. I was like, do you drink? He's like, yeah, but then he wants to stop. But he wants to stop. So I'm like, success leaves clues. Why don't we look at those clues and follow them? So I'm thinking, okay, all these people who are doing very well for themselves are not drinking. So why am I going to drink? And if I want to get to the place where I'm doing very, very well for myself, why am I going to drink? And there's so many different, there is a lot more different reasons, but then that's kind of like the whole kind of understanding of it.
No, for me, like, I know we spoke about off camera too. Both of us are celibate too. You know what I mean? So in terms of why am I so focused when it comes to not drinking or having sex and them things there, or those things there rather. I'm a businessman. So the reason why I don't drink or have sex is because ultimately speaking, let's talk about the drinking thing first of all. I don't want to be someone who I'm not, because obviously drinking itself, like you start to move a type of way. I want to be focused. I want to be myself. I want to be completely in the conversation at all times, right?
That's really good.
Yeah,
and it's a crutch as well. A lot of people rely on that, like rely on a drink to make them feel some type of way. Oh yeah, I'm not social without a drink. Like, how can you not be social without a drink?
Yeah.
At work,
that is nuts to me.
Like just in general, when you go to work, you realize people come more free when they're drinking, right? And I'm not knocking them, but the reason why is because they come, that it loosens them up, right? And I don't need to be loosened up, right? I'm free. I'm as loose as I need to be.
Yeah, that is funny. The way you said that was funny.
I don't really
I'm as loose as I need to be. I
What?
can talk to anyone. Like,
What?
I don't need to drink to do that.
Exactly, because you are you, bro. You're authentic. Because we're authentically us.
Exactly.
You were authentic. So I'm talking to right. I just got into one-to-one conversation. So it's like a book, crazy. We are authentically us, and we don't need to drink because we can't be any more of us.
Yeah.
We're already being authentically us. Like people, I was at the Gen Z. We were at the Gen Z event the other day. People were telling me, "Oh, you're lit, this, that, and the other. Oh, what you drinking? I said, "I'm drinking H2O, man." And this girl was like, "What's that?" I said, "It's water, man. You know who you are as well. Like, it's water, man." And I'm just so comfortable in myself, and that's a lot of people aren't comfortable in themselves. I'm very comfortable in myself. You're very comfortable in yourself.
Here we are.
So we don't feel like we need drink to make up for anything.
Yeah, I think that's a bit. If you feel like you need to drink to loosen up, then that's a bit.
But remember we said earlier on, it comes down to that 2-word thing. Self-esteem. We have a self-esteem. Right now we live in a self-esteem crisis. We have a self-esteem crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a self-esteem crisis.
But why?
Well, the reason why is because ultimately speaking, people don't really know who they are. We're lost in society. We're lost in social media. We're lost in short-term gratifications. We're lost in all these things here. How can you know yourself fully if all you're seeing is just the end results? Dangerous. But yeah, so that's one thing.
That's a good question. That's a good point, though. You said, how can you know yourself fully if you're only seeing the end results and if you're only looking at other people? Because we always have other people in front of our faces at all the. We always have other people in front of our faces. We're always looking at other people, what other people are doing, what the updates are with other people. Oh, this story's come out. I have to look at it. Oh, this person's posted. I have to look at it. Oh, that person's in Venice. That's nice. I haven't been to Venice before. Oh, that person's in LA. Oh, okay. Well, let me look at this vlog about LA. What LA's like. Now you're looking at someone else's life. And then let me look at this. Let me read this Twitter thread about how to get to LA. And this guy's also been to LA. And you're looking at this stuff. And then suddenly you're on his auntie's account looking at why his auntie is in Venice. And then how is she in Venice when that person's in Venice? And now you're trying to connect the dots. And you're also watching TV series. And you're trying to figure out, okay, why is Malcolm in the middle? What is he doing there? And who is this guy over here? He's in power, right? Okay, what? So his dad's dead? Did he kill his dad? I don't know. And then there's all these different things running through your head. You have all these different storylines going at the same time that you can't even focus on your own storyline.
Pause. Sit on that, guys. That's so good. So many storylines in your head. You can't even focus on your own storyline.
Word.
That is so good, bro.
Click me. They're already doing it.
Good, bro.
That's
Thank you.
powerful. That's powerful.
That is so powerful, man. But wow. Okay. But you know, link it back. Wow. That was good. No, there's so many storylines in your head. You don't know what's going on. So,
I get passionate sometimes, man.
no, it's
I like
hey,
that.
if you see us as passion, man.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
passion, man. But also another reason why I am celibate, why we're celibate, is because ultimately speaking, right, it doesn't align with who we are as people, our faith. But also, right, we spoke about also, like, for me and for John, the way we see it is being out here, just me personally, I'm not trying to, I find it quite empty. You're just out here, like, you're just doing these things. Like, is it really fulfilling me? No. What fulfills me is deep conversations like this. What fulfills me is talking about with John about life, business, goals, dreams, PL, purpose led. Like, these things really get to me. Not being with girls. Like, I respect women too much, man. I don't want to do anything. Like, my wife, she's the only one. That's it. No one else. You, lady, my sisters, my wife. When the time is right, you know what I'm saying. But but that's why like I mean, you guys know this, and you guys already know this. I'm not having sex again until I'm married. Yeah, I think you said it, you're like, what? Yes. I'm not having sex until I'm married. But what's the need? I don't need to. Like, and when you get to someone on a deeper level, deeper ones, you realize, like, all that stuff there. That should be the icing on the top. Like, I should be able to know you fully before anything. Yeah, that's why I live my life, man. And it's been 3.5 years now. I'm grateful to God for His grace, because by myself I wouldn't be able to do this, but it's all by God's grace, and looking forward to more time.
God's grace,
man.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's powerful.
yeah, man.
But what was I gonna say? Boundaries. You've mentioned boundaries, and boundaries are silent.
Boundaries are silent.
Yeah.
Boundaries are silent.
Talk to us.
What I mean by that is
Deeper.
like in a relationship, for example, like you're celibate.
Yeah.
That is a silent thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
So let's say you're on a date with a girl. Yeah. And date's going well, and she's like, trying to.
No, but no. That's where it's not silent. No, my thing is not.
Wait.
No. My thing is.
What?
No,
bro.
No, please, lad.
No, I'm assuming what I mean by that is I don't feel like anybody can sway your mind to do anything. It's not something you have to be like, I'm not doing it. I feel like it's a thing where it's like, this is what I'm doing.
Sorry, I just had a vision of Rob.
I'm not doing that.
No. Sorry,
You know
that's
what
not
I'm trying
good.
to say?
Alright, no, continue.
Like boundaries are silent, and it's like it's very powerful when you
Yeah.
have boundaries and you live by them.
100%.
So that's kind of what I think I was having a conversation. That's kind of where I'm at.
No, I like, and you say your chapter in your book right now is invite only.
Yeah.
As I said to you, we're circling back around again as we close this out. Like, invite only to me signifies boundaries, right? It's a very boundaried life. Is that what boundaried?
Yeah.
Very boundaried life. And the same thing. And it's funny how you asked us this question, because the reason why we don't have sex or drink is because of boundaries. And ultimately, as I said beforehand, deep down, every single person in the mind is someone who's disciplined. Like, the amount of love I get, I'm not doing it for love, because I'm doing it for God, but the amount of love I get from me just saying, when I tell people I've been 3.5 years celibate, they're like, what, really? I'm like, yeah. And it's like, the reason why they respect it is because deep down, every single person within ourselves, we all admire someone who has boundaries.
Definitely.
Who lives by a code of conduct. Everyone loves that, which is why I keep on coming back to it. Why people pay so much money to come and see you run. Why people pay so much money to see us speak. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Guys, as we were saying, boundaries are very important.
No, but one thing I will say is though, you guys definitely give me pure energy. As in,
I like that.
like, not to be funny, like you kind of tell when people are outside with it.
Outside with it, yeah. Man.
You guys give me like what's I'm looking for? It's
I
like,
think the word is husbands.
No, I think you said peace. I like peace.
Oh, right, what? Oh.
no, peace, husband, but I feel like husband, wife, that's a very internal thing anyways.
Yeah, word.
That's it.
Let's not even go there. No,
What, do you want to go there, Rob?
No, I know you want to go there, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I know you want to go there, but
Oh, yeah.
we'll leave it. Yeah.
No, you guys give me like good vibes. Like,
So do you, by the way.
Likewise,
You're really cool. Look, me personally, I'm an athlete, innit, by nature. I think we're athletes, right, by nature. So we get along. As I said, I told you beforehand, I trained Usain Bolt. That 9.58 time he did, it was me.
Yeah.
It was you.
You said, I come for my endorsement. You see it, like. So, we relate to athletes because the way you guys live your lives are very similar to the way we live our lives. Disciplined, hard work, accountability.
Accountability is huge.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
and abundance.
Abundant.
Abundance. So those are the things there, man. But final thoughts, guys, before we can go forever, man. But
honestly,
yeah. Any final thoughts, bro?
Keep running your own race, man.
I like that.
Ooh,
Keep running your own race. That's my thought.
I like
I like
that.
that.
Yourself?
Run with perseverance, the race that's marked out for you.
Amen. I like that a lot.
good.
I mean, we're doing the track and field stuff.
Soon as we're on the topic, yeah.
Oh gosh. Keep on track. You will never lose sight of your goal.
Ooh, I like that.
Keep on track. You'll never lose sight of your goal. In conclusion, I feel like we already asked you time ago about your goal. So that's amazing. But guys, please take this on board, guys. This was a really, really impactful episode today. I really did enjoy it. And guys, in the comments below, please shout out, and not shout out rather, please wish Amma the best for Paris. We'll be supporting you.
Absolutely.
You even told us off camera that we will be at Paris with her. So you guys will see a vlog of us. You guys will see us on, I told you I'll do it. You guys will see us in 2024 in Paris. That goes grace. Guys, have an amazing day. Look after yourself. Purpose led to the world. And
back. Is it? Love.